once again, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, let everybody know I'm here, click that bell for more notifications. I'm going to talk about something that not a lot of people are going to talk about. I'm going to talk about how there was an attack in this country, in America, against our men. An attack that's been going on ever since our men came home from World War II. Let me explain. So, in World War II, many of us consider this the greatest generation to live. These young men went off to go fight war all in other nations, to go save the world from the Nazis. And they went to a gruesome, hardcore war. Many of these men were never were given a father figure. So when they get into the military at 16, 17, 18 years old, as many of them did, their first father figures is the drill sergeants. And what fathers they had before the military were just as soldiers as they are. So they go to war, they come home from war. Now, many of them have kids, young men, and they start treating these men, these young boys, like their drill sergeants treated them. And of course, this idea, this movement, this hippie movement, this teenage movement, this rebellious movement began. And it was really because the youth got tired of being disrespected by the army brat fathers. So, come Vietnam, this was the last war of the draft. It was the first time reporters were put on the front lines to video war at its most deadliest. They oftenly did just that. They were literally attacking our soldiers. Now keep in mind, in Vietnam, many of our men were fighting the front lines. Women were yet to be able to fight in the front lines. Many of the women were in the nursing in the MASH tents. So a lot of our soldiers, our men, were being videotaped, shooting people, killing people, burning villages. One of the most famous films or pictures is when a young baby with a grenade in its diaper come running up. The GI had to shoot the baby, otherwise the grenade goes off and kills the whole unit. Okay, this became the whole baby killer movement. This is where they started calling our GIs murderers and baby killers. And this was the whole 1960s women's equal rights movement. We had our boys shooting innocent people in Vietnam. We had reporters filming it. We had draft dodgers and hippies and this whole left-wing movement here at home condemning the war. So by the time the men came home from war, these men were treated like crap. They were spit on. They were pushed around. They were literally booed and called names and treated like crap. Many of them came home addicted to drugs and alcohol because they seen things that most of us will never see in life. So they were trying to mask those demons. There was not a VA then to help. There was not any of these real agencies to help our vets. So they come home from the war. We hate them here. They were forced, many of them were forced by the draft to go to war. They come home, they're hated, they're spit on. There's this whole campaign for women's rights, women's choice in the 70s. 1973, woman's choice is largely passed because of the videos of the testosterone-driven men. So when they attacked the men, what they did is they delegitimized the male's warrior instinct. So this whole movement of end war, world peace, yada yada yada, globalism began. And in this movement, there's no place for warriors. There's no place for angry, tough men. Instead, they want people who are easily manipulated, easily, subverted, weak-minded, physically weak. So they begin this whole woman's campaign. Suddenly, men don't have rights when it comes to abortion. Suddenly, and here's what I'm talking about. If a woman wants out of a pregnancy, she's not ready, she can go have an abortion. But if a man's not ready to have a baby, he's a deadbeat, slapped with child support, and can be charged for criminal charges. Is this equality? Where's the equality in that? How did we go from equality to woman's choice in less than 10 years? I'll tell you why. Because it was an attack against the men of this country. The men that were most likely to stand up for what's going on right now. It's the men that were under attack. They were beginning to de-testosterone men, to make men weaker, to make men less efficient, less sufficient, and less needed. So what they did is, when you talk about the woman's choice movement now, suddenly it became bad to spank your kids. You can't yell at your kids. It's all considered abuse. They took away the authoritative father. They became known as this be your kid's friend instead of a disciplinary. Kids don't respect parents who want to be their friends. Kids respect parents who know how to put them in their place. Now, do I agree with physical violence? No. But I do agree that you need to spank the shit out of your kid once in a while when they get out of line. And let me tell you something. I watched my grandparents for most of my life. My uncles, my mom, whenever they go to their house, it's yes ma'am, no sir. Please, thank you. They're on their best behaviors. Do you know why? It's because of the respect and the discipline they were taught as a child. We don't have that anymore. Our kids run wild. Our parents are afraid of the system. We can't yell at our kids without being accused of abuse. We can barely look at them without being arrested for abuse. Men are being attacked. Their place in the nucleus family is being attacked. That's why they're going after, that's why they're promoting transgenders, that's why they're promoting bisex, homosexuality, that's why they're promoting everything but one man, one woman. Because they don't want the family roles. They're afraid that America has always stood strong as long as there is a father figure. The minute you remove the father figure, you have more of a chance for kids getting into crimes, drugs. You have a higher chance of kids not knowing who they are and going into other things. Okay, without the father figure, boys don't know how to become men. Boys grow up learning from women, all in order to de-testosterone the boys, because they want them subverted. So these boys grow up wearing skinny jeans. These boys grow up being bisexual. They grow up doing whatever they want to do because there's no percussion, there's no repercussion, there's no consequence. Even with abortion. We don't teach our kids that sex is a choice and that pregnancy is a consequence. We don't teach our kids that. What we've resorted to doing is teaching our kids it's okay to do whatever the hell you want to do because I want to be your friend. We can talk about it. These are the same people that needed safe spots and hot cocoa when President Trump won. They're delegitimizing the father. They're removing the testosterone from the men. They're chemically our air. They're throwing chemicals in our drinking water. The foods we eat are lathered with hormones. We are being poisoned. We are being delegitimized, subverted, and we are taught to be anything but a strong, tough-minded man. Men are a dying breed in this country. Wake up. Look around. When's the last time you heard anybody promote fatherhood? When's the last time you heard anybody promote men? When's the last time you heard anybody talk about raising men instead of raising boys? You see, the funny thing is true feminism began with the idea that only a mother can raise a child into an adult because the men were busy off providing. That was the idea of feminism. But somehow it turned into this, we don't need a man idea. They were delegitimizing. This is the easiest way to subvert a nation. The easiest way to get rid of a nation. To drop and smash a nation. And keep in mind, these liberals don't care about America. These liberals are socialists. These liberals are big, deep state globalists. They don't care about America. They care about one world. So when they're going to remove the males, the men from this country, keep in mind they're doing it so that when they're ready to push the button, there's nobody left to stop them. And whoever is here will get walked on. That's their goal. That's their purpose. Wake up, America. Wake up. The Liberal Party is a terroristic, evil party looking to destroy America. Show me one thing they've done that is American. Show me one. The Liberal Democratic Party has been the party of slavery, the party of segregation, Jim Crow, the party of NAFTA, the party of TPP, the party of inner city crimes, drugs, open borders. So tell me one thing that the Democratic Party has done that is American. I'm waiting. You can't find one. And even their private civil rights movement was lathered in 1964. It was passed. Desegregation Act of 1964 was passed with an 80% Republican vote. Unlike the 60% from the Democrat. So you tell me, who's American? So don't be blinded. Don't be subverted. Think whenever you start to drink that water, whenever you start to eat that food. Look in the skies. Look at those clouds. Don't they look strange to you? We're being poisoned, delegitimized. They want to remove men. from the equation. If you like this video, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications, comment below. I love to talk. I love to talk about this stuff. I need you guys to wake up. We need to wake up, guys. This is America. And if we fall asleep, if we let them subvert us, we as men will be extinct. And this country will fall because they will have no one left to fight for it. So please, subscribe, pass the message, hit that bell, like, and let everybody know I'm here and what we're doing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Duncan out.